ጤና ይስጥልኝ አድማጮቻችን በያላችሁበት የዓለም ክፍል ሁሉ ሰላምታዬ ይድረሳችሁ። ይህ ኤስኦፕ የኢትዮጵያ ሬዲዮ ነው። ፕሮግራሙ አዘጋጅና አቅራቢ አለልኝ ካሳይ ነኝ። ሰላም ለእናንተ ይሁን። በዛሬው ዕለት ሄኖክ ያየው በዚህ ዓለም የሚኖሩ ሥጋ የለበሱ መላእክት ታሪክና ሊመጣ ያለው የአዲሱ የዓለም መንግስት በሚል ርዕስ እያቀረብኩት ካለው የፕሮግራም ማህደር ስድስተኛውን ክፍል ይዤላችሁ ቀርቤያለሁ። ሄኖክ ያየው በዚህ ዓለም የሚኖሩ ሥጋ የለበሱ መላእክት ታሪክና ሊመጣ ያለው አዲሱ የዓለም መንግስት ክፍል 6። እግዚአብሔር ግን ዘወር አለ፣ የሰማይንም ጭፍራ ያመልኩ ዘንድ አሳልፎ ሰጣቸው። በነቢያትም መጽሐፍ እናንተ የእስራኤል ቤት 40 ዓመት በምድረ በዳ የታረደውን ከብትና መስዋዕትን አቀረባችሁልኝን? ተሰግዱላቸውም ዘንድ የሰራችኋቸውን ምስሎች እነሱንም አምሎክን፣ ድንኳንን፣ ሬምፋም የሚሉትን የአምላካችሁን ኮከብ አነሳችሁ፣ እኔም ከባቢሎን ወዲያ እሰዳችኋለሁ ተብሎ እንደዚህ ተጽፏል። የዮሐንስ ራእይ ምዕራፍ 7 ከቁጥር 42 እስከ 43። ይህ የኢሉሚናቲ ምስጢራዊ ድርጅት ታዲያ በስውር በአሜሪካ መንግስት ውስጥ ሰርጎ እንዲገባ በሚደረግበት በቀደመው የአሜሪካን መንግስትና ህዝብ ታሪክ የድርጅቱ ሰርጎ መግባትን ነቅተው ያወቁ በይፋም የተቃወሙ ብዙ መሪዎችና የተለያየ የማዕረግና የእውቀት እርከን ላይ ያሉ ሰዎች ነበሩ፣ አሁንም አሉ። ከነዚህ ሰዎች አንዱ የአሜሪካን 35ኛ ፕሬዝዳንት የነበሩትና ከ1961 እስከ 1963 ዓመተ ምህረት እንደ አውሮፓውያን አቆጣጠር የአሜሪካን ፕሬዝዳንት በመሆን የአሜሪካንን ህዝብ በቅንነት ሲያገለግሉ ከቆዩ በኋላ በህዳር ወር በ1963 ዓመተ ምህረት እንደ አውሮፓውያን አቆጣጠር በእነኚሁ ምስጢራዊ ድርጅቶች በግፍ በአደባባይ የተገደሉት ጆን ኤፍ ኬኔዲ አንዱ ናቸው።
The very word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society, and we are as a people inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, to secret oaths, and to secret proceedings. We decided long ago that the dangers of excessive and unwarranted concealment of pertinent facts far outweighed the dangers which are cited to justify it. Even today, there is little value in opposing the threat of a closed society by imitating its arbitrary restrictions. Even today, there is little value in ensuring the survival of our nation if our traditions do not survive with it. And there is very grave danger that an announced need for increased security will be seized upon by those anxious to expand its meaning to the very limits of official censorship and concealment. That I do not intend to permit to the extent that it's in my control. And no official of my administration, whether his rank is high or low, civilian or military, should interpret my words here tonight as an excuse to censor the news, to stifle dissent, to cover up our mistakes, or to withhold from the press and the public the facts they deserve to know. For we are opposed around the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy that relies primarily on covert means for expanding its sphere of influence, on infiltration instead of invasion, on subversion instead of elections, on intimidation instead of free choice, on guerrillas by night instead of armies by day. It is a system which has conscripted vast human and material resources into the building of a tightly knit, highly efficient machine that combines military, diplomatic, intelligence, economic, scientific, and political operations. Its preparations are concealed, not published. Its mistakes are buried, not headlined. Its dissenters are silenced, not praised. No expenditure is questioned, no rumor is printed, no secret is revealed. No president should fear public scrutiny of his program, for from that scrutiny comes understanding, and from that understanding comes support or opposition, and both are necessary. I am not asking your newspapers to support an administration, but I am asking your help in the tremendous task of informing and alerting the American people.
ጆን ኤፍ ኬኔዲ በሚያዝያ 16 በ1961 ዓመተ ምህረት እንደ አውሮፓውያን አቆጣጠር ይህ ኢሉሚናቲ እየተባለ የሚጠራ ሰይጣናዊ ድርጅት አዲሱ የዓለም መንግስት እየተባለ የሚታወቀውን የአውሬውን መንግስት በዓለማችን በገሃድ ለመመስረት የሚንቀሳቀስባቸው መንገዶችና ኃይሉን የሚያሳርፍባቸው መድረኮች በሚከተሉት ነው። አንደኛ በፖለቲካ መድረኮች፣ ሁለተኛ በሚሊተሪ ኃይል ጉልበት በኩል፣ ሶስተኛ በኢኮኖሚ በኩል በሚደረግ ተጽዕኖ፣ አራተኛ በሳይንስና ቴክኖሎጂ መድረክ፣ አምስተኛ በባህል እና የኑሮ መድረኮች ማለትም በሙዚቃ በፊልም ወዘተርፈ፣ ስድስተኛ ሃይማኖትን በሚያበላሽ ወይም በሚቀይር ያካሄድ መንገዶች ነው። ከነዚህ ስድስት የኢሉሚናቲ የኃይል መንገዶች በዚህ ንባባችን በቁጥር 5 ላይ የጠቀስነውን የኢሉሚናቲ ባህልና የኑሮ ዘይቤን በመጫንና በማቃወስ ብለን የጠቆምነውን እስኪ ቀጥለን ለመገምገም እንሞክር። ኢሉሚናቲ በሙዚቃ ኢንዱስትሪ። ይህን ርዕሳችንን እስኪ በሙዚቃ ኢንዱስትሪ ውስጥ ከነበሩና አሁን ካሉ በርካታ ሰዎች የምስክርነት ቃል በአጭሩ ለማድመጥ እንሞክር። Jesus is my virtue and Judas is the demon I cling to.
It turned to music that glorified sin. That's why we have secular music, which is really the devil's music, and we have gospel music, which is music that praises God, that comes from God.
Very, very popular, big band leader.
Jazz
band, very famous, played a lot in Montreal, Canada, Vancouver, the big cities. He says, I want power, I go right to the source of power. And he says, how do you think that I became famous the way that I am? Well, I said, you must have had some good luck. Well, he says, there's no such thing as good luck. He says, there's either some power working for you somewhere, or you don't get ahead in this world. Not in my type of occupation.
It's the devil's music because it's inspired by Satan. His mark is on it because of the words that it speaks, and curses on it because Satan actually sends devils to each song that you listen to.
I said, David, I'd like to ask you a couple questions. I said, I already know the answers, but I've been gone for 5 years. I'd like to know if certain things are still the way they were when I left. I said, now I'll have to explain some of this when I'm done, because you're not going to understand it all unless you know something about music. I said, do they still take the master to the temple room? Dave said, yeah. I said, do they still have the coven conjure demons into the master? He said, of course. I said, now, I got to know something. What's the main reason for rock music? He said, come on, Lance, you know what the reason is. I said, please, David, I don't want to guess. Tell me what the main reason is. He says, the same as when you were in, so that we can place spells on people that we couldn't cast spells upon. I'll explain what that means in a minute. I said, okay, one last thing. I've been hearing that you must be an initiated witch now to get a record contract. He said, that's right. He says, many of us that weren't total witches have to be witches now in order to produce music. I said, thank you. The master is a tape about as big as the top of this podium that looks like an overgrown 8-track that the album is cut on and is placed in a machine that produces and presses the records and the 8-tracks and cassettes that you buy. After it's been recorded, it's taken in. This is why a master's cut months in advance before it's released. On the full moon, it's taken in to a temple room about the size of this auditorium that is in every one of the major music companies, behind locked doors up in the executive offices. And it's placed on an altar sitting in the north of the room, and a pentagram engraved in the floor. And 13 hand-chosen witches and wizards and a coven come in and conjure a principality or a power up, usually Regia or something like that, and order him to tell the demons under him to follow every record and every tape coming off of that master. As I tell many Christian parents, you can go home and count your kids' records, probably yours too, and count how many demons at least are there. If that's too hard for you to believe, I'm sorry. That's why they do it. The rest of the conversation was this. You can't cast a spell on a Christian, but you can get a Christian to cast a spell on themselves. If you give the permission for the spell to work, being a Christian won't block it.
የዚህን ምስክርነት ቃል ከተንቀሳቃሽ ምስል ጋራ በተቀናጀ ሁኔታ ማድመጥ ከፈለጉ በኢንተርኔት በዩቲዩብ ሳታኒክ ሚውዚክ ኢንደስትሪ በሚል ርዕስ ተካቶ የሚገኘውን ቪዲዮ መመልከት ይችላሉ። በሚቀጥለው ክፍላችን የዚህን የምስክርነት ቃል በአማርኛ ትንታኔ ይዤላችሁ ቀርባለሁ። ለዛሬው በዚሁ ጨርሳለሁ። በተመሳሳይ ሁኔታ በሌላ ጊዜ በሰላም በጤና ያገናኘን ዘንድ አምላካችንን በመለመድ የምሰናበታችሁ አለልኝ ካሳዬ ነኝ። ሰላም ለእናንተ ይሁን።